Welcome to the F-Bound Podcast. I'm your host, Shannon Schroeder, Executive Function Coach. I help neurodivergent women learn tips and strategies to improve the life skills that will help them be successful. Focus versus hyperfocus and ADHD, finding the right balance for productivity. It's easy to think of focus as the key to getting things done, but when you've got ADHD, it's not always that simple. Sometimes you're struggling to pay attention to anything at all. Other times, you're so locked in on one task that the rest of the world disappears. That's hyperfocus. Both states can shape how you work, learn, and navigate daily life, for better or worse. Understanding the difference between focus and hyperfocus is essential for finding balance and building productive habits that work for you. If you've ever wondered how to stay on track without feeling overwhelmed or disconnected, you're in the right place. What is focus and hyperfocus? There's a big difference between setting your sights on a task and completely losing yourself in it. Both focus and hyperfocus play important roles in how people with ADHD navigate their routines, and understanding the distinction is important. Defining focus. Focus is the mental ability to concentrate on a specific task or goal. Picture this. You're working on solving a puzzle. The ability to block out distractions and stick to finding the pieces you need is focus in action. It helps you complete daily tasks efficiently and stay aligned with your priorities. Focus enables you to tune into the moment, whether you're writing up a to-do list, locking in on a work project, or even cooking dinner. It's critical to staying productive. Without it, decision-making and problem-solving would feel like driving a car with a foggy windshield. Proper focus allows clarity. Understanding hyperfocus. Now let's shift gears to hyperfocus, something that comes up often when talking about ADHD. Simply put, hyperfocus is an intense and prolonged period of concentration on a specific task or activity. Think of it as tunnel vision for the brain. It's not just zeroing in, it's locking in. When you're in hyperfocus mode, hours can slip by unnoticed as you're deeply absorbed in what you're doing. And I do mean hours slip away. You don't eat, drink, or go to the bathroom. You don't hear people calling your name, or you get really irritated if you do hear them. While hyperfocus is associated with ADHD, it's not exclusive to it. The neurodivergent mind, however, is uniquely wired to experience this heightened level of attention. In ADHD brains, hyperfocus often occurs because tasks that are highly stimulating or personally interesting activate the brain's reward centers, making it easier to stay engaged without distraction. However, it can have drawbacks. Missing meals, neglecting personal responsibilities, or losing track of important time-sensitive tasks can all be side effects. Hyperfocus isn't all bad, though. It can be a secret superpower when it's properly channeled. For example, it can help unlock creativity, lead to breakthroughs in problem-solving, or allow you to master a skill much faster than usual. But like with any superpower, you've got to manage it carefully. Understanding its benefits and risks can make it your ally instead of your adversary. When comparing focus and hyperfocus, both have their places in your life. The key is understanding how they show up for you and how each can be either a tool or an obstacle depending on the situation. The benefits and drawbacks of hyperfocus. Hyperfocus is both fascinating and challenging, especially when you have ADHD. One moment, you're riding a wave of undistracted concentration, solving problems, or creating something extraordinary. The next, you're realizing that hours have passed without checking off other tasks or even grabbing a meal. Understanding both the benefits and drawbacks of hyperfocus can help you channel its potential while staying in control of your time and health. Advantages of hyperfocus. Hyperfocus can feel like a turbo boost for your brain. It allows you to deeply immerse yourself in something you care about, often leading to extraordinary results. This kind of intense focus can turn good work into exceptional work. Consider moments when you've totally locked onto a passion project or tackled a challenging work assignment. Maybe you've been so absorbed in your painting or coding that hours flew by and the result far surpassed your expectations. People with ADHD often describe hyperfocus as their superpower, allowing them to achieve deep, detailed work. From researching an intricate topic to meticulously editing a video, hyperfocus can help you perfect details many others might glance over. In these moments, the difficulty of starting a task is replaced by unstoppable momentum. Boost creativity. Writers, artists, and problem solvers often use hyperfocus to dive into innovation. When you're deeply engaged, ideas seem to naturally evolve into something bigger and better. Excel over short periods. Hyperfocus can help you achieve fast and intense progress in a short window of time. For example, you might complete a project that would take others weeks in just a few focused sessions. Unlike everyday focus, hyperfocus taps into your full commitment, often driven by interest or urgency. It can work wonders in careers or hobbies that demand high attention to detail or creativity. Challenges of hyperfocus. As amazing as hyperfocus sounds, it comes with a dark side. The same tunnel vision that pushes productivity can also become an obstacle when it gets unchecked. Things like skipped meals, canceled plans, or a disconnect from the clock while hyperfocusing can cause issues. Here are some challenges you're likely to encounter. Time blindness. You know how they say time flies when you're having fun? When hyperfocusing, time doesn't just fly, it vanishes. Tasks like paying bills or eating dinner might fade into the background while you're locked in. Neglect of important responsibilities. Even if you're crushing it on a work project, the rest of your to-do list doesn't pause for hyperfocus. If you've got family responsibilities, health needs, or deadlines, forgetting them can create stress down the road. Physical and mental burnout. Hyperfocus often causes you to ignore signals from your body. Skipping meals, staying glued to your desk for hours, or failing to hydrate are common. Over time, this can lead to fatigue, back pain, or even emotional exhaustion. Symptoms like these can make hyperfocus feel less like a superpower and more like a double-edged sword. There's also the frustrating post-hyperfocus crash, a sense of emotional or physical overwhelm once you've snapped back to reality. In ADHD brains especially, the transition out of a hyperfocus state can feel rough. By recognizing the signs of hyperfocus and consciously setting boundaries, you can avoid letting it control your life. Whether that means using timers, setting up reminders, or finding accountability partners, the goal is to balance its power without letting it burn you out. Balancing focus and hyperfocus. Striking the right balance between focus and hyperfocus can feel like walking a tightrope, especially when ADHD is part of the equation. It's not just about managing your attention. It's about recognizing how your brain operates and finding ways to navigate its highs and lows. Recognizing the onset of hyperfocus. Hyperfocus doesn't just appear out of nowhere. It creeps in, often unnoticed, until you're fully immersed. Knowing the early signs can empower you to redirect your energy before it becomes overwhelming. So how can you tell when hyperfocus is about to take over? Increased time blindness. If you find yourself saying, just 5 more minutes, repeatedly, that's a flag. Losing track of time is one of the earliest signals. Neglected daily needs. Skipping meals, avoiding bathroom breaks, or forgetting about appointments can point to hyperfocus starting to pull your attention. Over-prioritizing one task. If everything else takes a back seat to one task, even if it's not the most urgent, hyperfocus might be the culprit. Setting boundaries for hyperfocus. The key to harnessing hyperfocus lies in setting guardrails that keep it productive, not destructive. Establishing boundaries doesn't mean squashing your attention. It's about giving it structure. Think of these strategies as attention anchors. Use timers wisely. Set a timer to break up your work into intervals. Try methods like the Pomodoro technique, 25 minutes on, 5 minutes off, to prevent deep dives that go unchecked. Create clear starts and stops. Begin a task with a specific goal in mind and decide beforehand when you'll stop. For example, I'll draft this email for 30 minutes, then take a 10-minute break. Schedule hyperfocus session windows. If you're aware of your patterns, allocate specific blocks of time to dive deep, like using hyperfocus to crank out creative work, but with an agreed-upon end time. Improving regular focus. Hyperfocus might dominate the conversation around ADHD, but strengthening everyday focus is just as important. The goal is consistency. Simple steps can go a long way in ensuring that your focus stays reliable, helping you tackle everyday tasks with clarity and control. Practice mindfulness. Mindfulness exercises can train your brain to stay present and aware. Even 5 minutes of focusing on your breath or a guided session can help calm racing thoughts and sharpen your attention. Optimize your environment. Designate a clutter-free workspace, reduce noise distractions, and ensure good lighting. Your surroundings play a big role in how well you can concentrate. Prioritize time management. Break larger tasks into smaller, actionable steps. Using a planner, colored sticky notes, or digital tools can help keep your objectives clear and achievable. By integrating these strategies into your routine, you can navigate between focus and hyperfocus with more confidence. Over time, recognizing patterns and setting boundaries will help you work smarter and take better care of yourself. Understanding how focus and hyperfocus work and recognizing when they show up in your life can be a powerful step toward greater productivity and well-being. Both have their strengths, but the key lies in balance, knowing when to engage deeply and when to pull back so life doesn't feel out of control. Start by figuring out your patterns and experimenting with techniques to refine your attention. You'll find that balancing these states not only helps you get things done, but also lets you feel more connected to yourself and your goals. I hope you enjoyed this episode of the F-Bomb podcast. Thank you for listening. Remember to subscribe below and check out my show notes to learn more about my Facebook group, courses, and membership.